What's up, y'all? We got some insane news today. The Rangers have done it again, shaking up the MLB world just like they did last offseason by getting Corey Seager and Marcus Semien. They have already, before the World Series even happened, made a move this offseason, and that is signing Bruce Bochy as the 20th full-time manager in franchise history. Now, for those who don't know who Bochy is, most recently was the Giants manager, I think, for at least a decade. And they won 3 World Series in 2010, 2012, 2014. And he led them to all 3 of those runs. And they were pretty good for about a decade or so, the whole time he was there. So, long-time Giants manager. He was with San Diego before that, I believe. And I'm not sure what other teams he's been with. However, he is a very, very successful manager. Some of the best stats in recent managerial history. We'll get into all of that in a second. But yeah, that's just a little bit about who he is if you somehow did not know. But the caveat here is he was retired. He retired in 2019 with the Giants. So Texas had to convince him to come out of retirement and be the manager of the Rangers. I think that says a lot about what their plans are then, because you don't just come out of retirement 3 years later if you're not going to get promised something to work with. So, and I'm seeing on my other screen right now here, he was the manager of the Giants from 2007 to 2019, it looks like. So he was there for quite a while, and they were successful pretty much all those years that he was there. And he was with San Diego from 95 to 2006. So there you go. A little bit about Bochy, and we'll get into that more here. This is the official press release, and he's on a 3-year deal. So 2023, 2024, 2025. This is just a lot of fluff, I guess. I mean, it's just a press release. There's a lot to read in here. Some of it we'll dive into, but this middle part is what's important. He said, quote, "I am incredibly excited to be joining the Texas Rangers. Over the last several days, I've had extensive conversations with Chris Young and other individuals in the organization, and I had the chance to meet with Ray Davis. Their vision and commitment to putting together a club that can contend and win year in and year out is impressive, and I became convinced I wanted to be a part of that. If I was going to return to managing, it had to be the right situation. I strongly believe that to be the case with the Rangers, and I can't wait to get started." So he knows what he's talking about. if he was that convinced, they got to have something good cooking up, and I'll be talking about free agents later on. I didn't even get the chance to make a manager video. I was going to have a video talking about who could be the next manager, and they just come in and do that for me before the World Series even starts. So that's the most shocking thing. I didn't think they were going to do something that quickly, and it's just crazy. They got him out of retirement, and he's ready to go, it sounds like. So 67 years old, by the way. One of the older managers, obviously 25 years experience. But this next article here is by Jeff Wilson of Rangers Today. This little picture here, that is Bruce Bochy on the left, and that is Texas Rangers GM Chris Young on the right. So they have some long connections here. I wanted to just show that image to to show that connection, because that's pretty funny that they were on the same team as player and manager, and now it's GM and still the same manager. This was from Evan Grant. I don't know why I'm not signed in on this window for some reason, but he was just reiterating that they always knew, or he always thought it was going to be Bruce Bochy, and it turned out it would be. It was just a matter of, can he come out of retirement and do that? And he got him to come out of retirement. And the last thing I wanted to look at here real briefly was some of his numbers, his career numbers here. So 3 World Series rings as a manager. He's tied for top 10 for most seasons managed, tied with Dusty Baker, who is active as well, and lots of Hall of Famers on this list, obviously. I mean, guys like Connie Mack are all time, and then unfortunately Tony La Russa is a Hall of Famer. But anyway, not the point of this video. Most wins overall, he is currently 12th with 2,003 wins. He could climb up this list pretty quickly in a season if the Rangers have a good year. He could get in the top 10, definitely. Most postseason wins, the one that might interest Rangers fans the most, tied for 6th. Once again, close to Dusty Baker on this list. He's got 44. Can't believe Dave Roberts has 45, but once again, not a discussion for this video. And managers to win 4 or more pennants, Tony La Russa, and tied for 3rd is Bruce Bochy. 1 with San Diego and 3 with the Giants. Hopefully he gets up to 5 and even 6 maybe. He's got till 2025, so But that is about it. I just wanted to show some of those statistics and do a short breakdown of the Rangers hiring Bruce Bochy. It's kind of crazy. When they said they interviewed him, I wanted him to get hired because he seems to be the best available manager. I never fully understand when teams do what the Rangers have done the last few times, hire like a bench coach or a hitting coach as your manager. I know you got to start somewhere, but the last 10 to 15 years, they have been lacking a solid manager. Obviously, they had success with Ron Washington, and plenty of people wanted him back. I fully disagreed. No disrespect to Ron Washington, but just because it worked once doesn't mean it would work again, and that's what I've been trying to tell people. So anyway, that didn't happen, so we don't have to have that conversation, but Bruce Bochy, new manager of the Texas Rangers, and I will keep you all posted if there's a press conference or anything else that happens in the next couple days. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later.